How does extremely niche small businesses make money? Can anyone explain how very niche small businesses actually make money and become profitable? Example 1. Random brick and mortar apparel brand stores that's almost always empty because they charge $200 for t-shirts and trendy clothes. Example 2. Furniture stores near the mall or at random locations, which are always empty but have been opened for years. Example 3. Niche automotive services products, custom repairs or modification shops especially for super and hypercars. 90% of the population can't even afford $200,000 cars. Also these online stores that sells modifications for extremely expensive cars. These products cost no less than $500 for something that nobody cares about. How are they actually making money? Whenever you talk to the owners of these businesses, they are rich. I mean, is it me? What do I not know? I own and operate a niche store. My customers shop with me because my staff and I are extremely knowledgeable about our products. They like to handle the product in person. And I develop relationships with vendors and get access to products the big guys don't. Also, I develop relationships with my customers, creating loyalty and whales. No, I'm not laundering money. No, I'm not a bored housewife. No, I don't own the real estate. No, I don't do massive online sales. Literally just launched my site. It's accounted for 3.99% of my YTD sales, etc., etc. I was doing project management on a high-end mixed-use construction project in DC and got into a conversation with the manager of a luxury retail shop there to check progress on tenant improvements. I asked your exact question, and her response was that they only need 7 good customers to be profitable. I asked what she considered a good customer. She told me that their good customers spend at least $25,000 per month in their store. Some businesses like these are part of a real estate investment strategy. A coffee shop can break even, for instance, if the owner owns the building because it raises value on adjacent buildings and drives foot traffic. Some are passion projects. The owner will be working on their telecommute day job until the occasional customer stops in. Some are money laundering operations. Some have such a high margin that they only need to close a couple of sales a month. I think you answered your own questions here. In all your examples, there are high-priced goods being sold. Even if 90% of the population can't afford their goods, 10 can. So if only 10 of the people who go to the mall bother to go into the store because they are the only ones who can afford the stuff there, then naturally the store will seem less busy than others, even though they may make enough to stay afloat. Comprehensive list. 1. Hobby business funded by rich spouse. 2. Owner got rich in another business and can fund the losses indefinitely. 3. Owner owns the building and so has low overhead but may sell, so keeps out other tenants. 4. Money laundering front, Reddit's favorite theory. 5. Does mostly online sales out the back. 6. Is actually busy but at times you don't pass by. Example 1. Friend's wife managed one with a lot of attention to personal shopping in an expensive zip code. New season items come in and a regular customer can say, "Give me one of everything in my size," and drop 10-20K. Knew somebody in law school that specialized in pet trusts. Because one of the few experts in pet trusts, she makes a lot of money. You would be surprised at the amount of money that small businesses make catering to even the top 1. Not even the top 10. As others said, highly specialized, rich clients, big profit margins. There's customers for almost every niche. I know a knife maker that gets most of his income from a few rich Saudis that buy one order a year of insanely expensive commissions. They don't care what the price is as long as they get one-of-a-kind handmade knives to give as gifts. Same with the car stuff. I know a place that turns down 90 of bodywork because all their money comes from historic car preservationists. They pay huge markups for restored historic parts instead of reproduction work. It's all about marketing and quality if you have a niche. Example 1: I used to work for a jean shop on the high street. It was my first job at 16. And it barely had any high street traffic come in. Yet their regular customers always spent 1-2K a go. Furniture and mattresses have a huge markup. Maybe some are laundering cash. Some maybe don't need to sell much in the store but are busier online, which you can't see. Some businesses are ones that most people never use, but have enough of a niche market to do well. I guy the first know who sells expensive and custom fabricated car rims. Never in 100 years would I buy these. But he's a millionaire. Theses: riches in niches. Also, what you consider niche isn't niche to others. You've just never heard of or been exposed to that industry. Making the assumption you're in the US. I have 2 points answers for ya. 1. The owner-operator works their ass off and is skilled in that niche, maybe socially inclined, and can market their business like a god. Maybe they outperform larger competitors on quality customer service. Next. 2. Debt. It's quite likely that a large percentage of the rich things you see are funded by the recent period of low rates. No one will tell you they are rich, then in the same sentence tell you what their debt looks like. Now this isn't all of them, but it's a solid portion of them. Some businesses don't need to make a lot of sales because what they sell is very profitable. Think of it like this. If that fancy clothing store sells $200 jeans, so makes $100 on the sale. Compare that to the other store that sells $30 jeans and makes $10 a pair. The other store has to have 10 times the clients. Some of these businesses are simply money laundering operations. Drug and white-collar cyber crime money is flooded here in CA. You don't know what thriving recession-proof businesses clean now. Occasionally, they're fronts for laundering money. Example 1 could have an online presence where they do the bulk of their sales. Same with example 2 for that matter. Most brick-and-mortar stores are also online to some degree. You either need to sell a little for a lot, or a lot for a little. You're describing businesses that just need a few big sales every month. If the margin on sofas is $1,000, you probably only need to sell 6-8 to break even if the overheads are low. Depends on how frequently they can attract customers. It doesn't matter if it's a niche if you have a loyal group of customers that give you consistent profit. In fact, something like a custom car workshop can make very high margins off a small exclusive client base. Of course, if you are unable to tap into that niche audience in the first place, that's when these small niche businesses suddenly become unable to make any money. Getting into the niche market is the hardest thing in the first place. The 3 examples you named are all high-priced items with large profit margins. So a store only has to make a few sales to stay profitable. With only a few sales, there isn't the need for much labor. So that saves a lot on overhead. Since they are niche businesses, they often don't have to be in expensive commercial spaces. They can find a cheaper location, and their devoted customers will find them there anyway. They often do a lot of online business, which doesn't require walk-in business. It's like they say you aren't rich until your wife has a failing business hobby. They're fronts for laundering drug money. Money laundering.